around on you too. So you see this side here where the line is kind of a flatter side. So it's easier if you lay that side always down. So you don't get that rolling around so much when you're trying to work with the knife. And then I just start doing thin slices so that you got the better opportunity of running into that tendon versus the bigger slice where it can be in the middle and you don't see it.
Yes, good call.
So, see, what I should point out, if it's a left leg, you'll always hit the tendon sooner.
And
Just
it's marked.
Just kidding. See, I'm starting to get into one right now, right
Yeah.
in there. You can hear it. So, see, now here you're already starting to get a little bit of one of those, and it doesn't just. I say throw it aside, even though I know that's probably not heavy enough to choke you, but it's not a good experience when you get that in your mouth. See, now I'm getting hard into a tendon. So now we've got to look for that. There it is right there. So rather than wasting the whole piece, we just pull it out.
I see.
So that's really what I wanted to point out to you guys. Is,
It came out very easy as well.
yeah, it will if you cut them thin like this. Now I've watched guys whittle them and just hunk and chunk them, and
Yeah.
and
That's
it
what
can
I
be in the
do.
middle and nobody knows it's there.
Yeah.
So that's why I recommend the thinner slices. So I'm already grabbing one on this here. I can feel it in there. So here we go. So now you want to get this stuff out of there.
Now, when you're cutting thin at a demo, it will dry out and heat up. So I would cut thin as you go.
So are you warming them up prior to cutting them, or?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I've done it both ways. I've done it that, and I've taken these slices and had them under a heat lamp, and then just turn them every once in a while. Kind of takes a chill out of
You
them.
might be able to test that.
Be the way to go.
Well, depending on how hot you warm it up, it's a little bit hard to hold on to it when you're slicing it. But if it's just warm, probably not. Now here's an example of one that's you almost don't see, and it's very thin, almost like a piece of tissue, but that's not. That's enough to not be a pleasant experience. So it just gets a little tricky. See that one there? It looked really small from the top, but that's a pretty good sized tendon.
Right.
And I know it's a pain in the butt, but it's just not a good experience if somebody gets that in their throat. Or,
Especially in a demo.
yeah.
If you were to cut it up first, do you need to add water or anything like that to steam them?
No, you can see these are pretty darn moist.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're pretty moist the way we process them. So what I would do if I have one of those heat lamps there, so you got them in there and you got your tongs. Every once in a while you just turn them. No, it kind of slows down. You just turn them over like you would bacon so the top ones don't dry out. But
When you cook them whole, the reason to add a little bit of water is just for the skin not to shrink? Is that what it is? Or?
no, I don't. How do you cook them whole that you add water? I'm not sure.
That's what it says on the box.
Yes.
Add, what is it, 2
Oh,
tablespoons of
that's for
water?
when you bake them.
Yeah, when you bake them.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Bake 'em.
absolutely. Yeah, that's all. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking like barbecue. Yeah, for when you bake them. Just want some moisture in there so it kind of creates a humidity, so it softens it up the outside so it's more tender.
Well, I will say this looks a lot better than when I slaughtered the cash and carry maybe.
Yeah. Well, see that one there, that's.
He's done this before.
I was
Yeah,
just
I
going to
can
say
see
that.
So I will say also, a sharp knife makes it better too. It's easier for you to work with a sharp one as a dull knife. And there are smaller knives, just like little bony knives, 6-inch knives. So if you're not like an experienced meat cutter or whatever, that's a lot easier for you to work with, and your wrists aren't so tired at the